Hi everyone, and welcome back to Galgorm Hall. Just a quick update today just to show you the progress of where I'm at with the layout. The last month's been very much about getting the baseboards ready for track going down, and as you can see here I've pretty much cracked that. The baseboards had been giving me issues in the previous layout in that because it was a modular format, they sort of moved, they expanded, contracted with the heat and the cold up here in the roof space. And yeah, well, I was having real running issues, so I've lifted all the baseboards, all the 6mm ply's been lifted and repositioned, overlapping on all the modular sections, so it's now a completely permanent layout up here in the roof space. The backboards, you'll also see I have put like a paint, some sky blue emulsion all the way around in preparation. This is something I should have done the first time round. First time round I was doing it as and when I was getting to each scenic section, and that was just a nonsense. So it needed to be done in advance so that anything working in front of that wasn't going to get in the way of that actual paint. So it's nice to get that done and out of the way. I've been gathering up the points and track needed for the layout based on roughly on the plan that I showed you last time, and as you can see here I've actually started some preliminary laying. Preliminary at this stage in order that because there's going to be embankments I need to raise the height of some of the track, so if I can at least get it down, see where I'm at, I can mark out things and actually start cutting some timber, and I'm hoping to start that this weekend, Easter weekend, a few days off, so maybe we'll get a couple of hours just to get through some of that. Let's go down further, closer to this point work here. As you can see, I've been using some of the Trexeta templates. These are invaluable, to be honest. They're making the positioning of the corners of the track just so much easier. I'm using the 36 and the 24-inch one, and I'm using a combination of them. So for example, in this outer, what will be the branch line track, starts at 36, goes to 24 in the centre, and will move out to 36 at the far side again, so you're getting a nice sweeping curve all the way around. You also maybe will notice I have now managed to, in looking at the layout and with this little bit of space here, if I run a bit of triangular timber just in there, I will be able to get a double main line on the main track, which will improve running, I would expect. I'll be able to run an awful lot more trains back and forth, just let them run around and use the branch line as a wee sort of to and fro, and just let the big trains run on the main line. So yeah, quite happy that we can get that in. The track point work in the station area is fairly limited. We're going to concentrate with the single slip. This track here will lead off to the branch line platform, and then we'll have our main platform left and right, and then this smaller line will be a short goods yard just on this side of the branch line too. And then further down on the other end, this is the bridge that I had built for the first one, and I really wanted to incorporate it into this one, so I think that's the position it's going to be. There is point work just underneath it, so I'll have to work it. I can't have it any further back this way, otherwise it'll foul the point motors on this point here. So by putting it there, it still gives me enough space for a town scene on that side, something scenic into this corner here, and then will give me approximately, well, on one side I reckon I get a platform of around about 4.5, well, yeah, 4.5 to 5 feet, and then on the other one certainly it's a platform of 5 feet, but maybe up to 6, depending on where the signal box is going to go. I've sort of measured out roughly for it, so I think we're looking at around 5 feet. So at a squeeze we should be able to get about 5 coach trains on both lines. So yeah, that's one of the things I was hoping to get. So that's really it for now. This weekend, yeah, hopefully we'll get some timber down, or timber cut, and we'll start creating some of the embankment sections, and then after that I can actually start permanently laying down track, getting them soldered up, and maybe some trains running soon. Certainly maybe in the next month or so, maybe get the first trains running. So yeah, there we go. That pretty much finishes the update. There was another wee project I had been running on in between not doing anything up here. It was a wee diorama. I didn't do any videos for it, but I do have quite a few photographs documenting the process, the build process, and I thought I would just stick it on at the end here. If you aren't interested, just that's fine. Just stop watching now. But for anyone who is, there's a fairly photo heavy document of that wee diorama being built. So anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, speak soon. Bye now.